So in our book, I wrote a lot about Joe Biden, and Joe has been up to Canada quite a bit, and he was honored by the Canadian government actually between Election Day and Inauguration Day for Donald Trump in a state dinner in Ottawa in his honor, right? So, you know, Joe Biden loves Canada, Joe Biden understands Canada, Joe Biden's been to Canada a lot, et cetera. And I think he cares a lot, and he was pro this USMCA NAFTA, new NAFTA deal. Bernie Sanders is against the trade agreement. He thinks that the U.S. has been disadvantaged. And even though all the changes and things have been done, the unions, for the first time in the United States, endorsed a trade agreement, international trade agreement, and it was this one. And I think that you had bipartisan support in the United States. But Bernie's off on a tangent. It's almost off on a tangent, just like Donald Trump was like, NAFTA's the worst trade agreement in the world, and I'm going to put my own in, except this is just new NAFTA. It kind of looks very similar, plus, you know, a little bit of Trans-Pacific Partnership slapped in there. But, you know, he's using that same language. And remember the frustration of the working class not being able to make ends meet. You know, it's easier to blame the other than to blame either self or technology. And I think technology is causing a lot of these perverse outcomes. But you can't blame an iPhone for the job loss. You could, but it doesn't resonate politically. Politically, he's doing what Donald Trump, I think, had done during his campaign, using the trade issue. But now he's going to say Donald Trump's trade issue was not so good. So I think Biden would be a more calming, predictable economic outcome for Canada. But Biden is like a foreign affairs kind of guy. I mean, he's a globalist. He's what Canada was used to, what America was about. It was about collaboration, working together. It's about, you know, enhancing NATO. It's about, you know, working on finding paths to working on agreements to solve problems. And Biden will be great if he's the president in that regard for Canada. I think he'd be a great president for Canada. I can't say that Bernie Sanders won't be a great president. I think there are a lot of unknowns. And I think it's the unknowns that are making people uneasy.